going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 23 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over some cards you should be adding to your MUT 23 squad that are going to give you an instant impact on the field, but also at a discounted price. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you like it, if it helps you out, make sure to go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Shows a lot of support on the channel, helps the videos get noticed. Also, if you're brand new here because you were searching on YouTube for MUT 23 content and you found my video, stay a while, click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on so you guys are alerted when we drop additional videos. Now, we did get our first legend drop of the MUT 23 year this weekend, and this is something that I want you guys to get into a habit of doing, especially no money spent players, and that is looking for players at a similar position that new cards came out. And what I mean here is if we take a look at the pricing on the legends that came out yesterday, they're all pretty expensive, and there's some at key positions like strong safety, cornerback, running back, wide receiver. And typically, if you're a no money spent player, you're not going to have enough coins to go out and afford these types of brand new cards. But a really good tactic to build your team is to buy cards at similar positions of the new cards, because what happens is people that spend a lot of money in this game or have a lot of coins to spend in game, they're going to go out and buy these shiny new items, and I'm one of those people. I will overpay for a new card because I need it for content or just because I want it and I can afford it. And what normally happens is players at those same positions, really good cards still tend to drop in price because everybody's going after the shiny new thing and they're kind of forgetting about what was the shiny new thing, and you can still get very usable, very good cards at a discounted or cheaper price. And so what we tend to do usually on Saturdays, but I was, on vacation or out of town this weekend, so we're going to do it today on Sunday, is we go through overpowered and good cards that you guys can find at cheap rates. So we're really going to focus on 4 positions, maybe 4.5, and the 4 players that came out at those positions, right? We had Steve Atwater, strong safety, very good card, probably the best at his position. We're going to take a look at some strong safeties and free safeties and try to get them for cheap. Then we had Lester Haze at cornerback, probably the best CB in the game, so we'll take a look at some players at that position. Andre Reed, a wide receiver, definitely top 3 at his position, and it's caused some other cards to drop in price, and I think you guys can go after those and get them for the low. And then finally, Jerome Bettis, probably the new best halfback in the game. And so we're going to take a look at some other halfbacks in MUT 23 that you guys can pick up that are dropping in price. So let's go over the free safety / strong safety positional group. And number 1, it's a free safety, and it's still a new card that just came out Thursday. It's Jevon Holland. The reason I bring this card up, right, is, he's a different position than Steve Atwater being at free safety. But this card was about $100K more expensive the day it came out, and it's already dropped down in price. And it's a really good card, best of the best. 88 speed, 6'1", 89 zone, 87 hit power, 87 man. And if we take a look at this card on MUT.gg, which is a website you guys all need to have bookmarked, and you need to use it as your Bible for MUT content, other than my YouTube videos, of course. But if you take a look here, 331K on PlayStation, 319 on Xbox, down 2.76% on PlayStation, and you can buy this card straight up for those prices, or you can spend a little bit more and complete his champion set, which is going to give you 586 overall cards in return. Just remember, when you do champion sets this year, whatever 5 cards you put in are the 5 cards you get back. It's not going to be a fantasy pack that lets you pick the 5 that you want, so just keep that in mind. But I really brought this card up for 2 reasons, maybe 3. He's really, really good, right? He's pretty inexpensive for what he gives you on the field this earlier in the year. Again, I know it's strong safety versus free safety, but they're pretty much kind of the same position. If you take a look at Atwater, he's like 700K. This card is half that price, and if we look not too long ago, look at the price history on this card. It's on the decline. And if we think about L'Jarius Sneed and Joe Mixon, right, 2 headliners, heroes that are champions, I should say, that came out at the beginning of this promo, they bottomed out right around 200K. Now, they've actually gone up a little bit, but just kind of keep this player, Jevon Holland, in mind, because he could probably get a little bit cheaper, but he's definitely worth the price tag that he's at right now, and he's dropped down, like I said, 100K since his release on Thursday. Ronnie Lott is another one at the free safety position, 6 foot even, 86 speed, 89 zone, 87 man, 89 hit power, that has definitely dropped in price. We'll take a look at his pricing data here, and he's, slightly lower on Xbox at $360K, down 5.71% on PlayStation at $380K. If you look at the pricing trends though, like he was in the mid 400s, he dropped down, and that's probably because of Jevon Holland, and he's actually starting to go back up. So you want to keep that in mind, but we are getting a brand new competitive pass tomorrow that's going to feature an 89 overall all Madden card for free. Now, it's going to be a random card, so you're not going to be able to pick Ronnie Lott, but I could definitely see if there's a big abundance of Ronnie Lotts and Randy Mosses out there that are being handed out for free, that these cards on the auction house could start taking a dip. So this one I would keep my eye on. You might not want to buy it today, but maybe in the next week or so, once we get the details on that competitive pass and we see how often the good all Madden cards are kind of flying out of the pack. And when I say good, I mean like Ronnie Lott, like Randy Moss, Lawrence Taylor, Bruce Smith, Warren Sapp, those good ones. So I think Ronnie Lott's at a good price right now. I would probably take Jevon Holland over this card. I actually have Ronnie Lott right now, and I'll likely be getting rid of him to pick up Jevon Holland, but you could also have two safeties on the field at the same time, even if they are free safeties. So two really good options right around the same price. Now, with this brand new Lester Haze card that came out at corner, another very expensive card, and a lot of the pros and better Madden players who can afford them are picking them up, I thought we would see maybe a dip down in prices on cards like L'Jarius Sneed and some of the other top tier corners. Unfortunately, that's not happening, but I do want to show you this card because I still think it's very worthy of picking up, even at the price that it's at right now. So with his attributes, 88 speed, he's one of the fastest cards in the game, 89 man coverage. I'm sure by now you've played this game and faced a lot of man coverage. It's very difficult to go against. 86 press, 84 zone. The zone's a little bit lower, but a lot of people playing man coverage right now in that 3-3 defense, and even quarter is starting to become, sorry, not quarter, dollar is starting to become very popular. You see Drenny running it. So this card still worth the price tag. He's actually starting to go up, but I think you should pick him up before maybe he gets a little bit too expensive. And just like we saw with the Jevon Holland and pretty much all of the champion cards from the Headliners promo, you can also build out the set and get 586 overalls back. Whatever you put into the set, you get back. I cannot stress that enough. About $240K on Xbox, $270 on PlayStation, $298 on PC. The only problem with this card, if you're not doing the set and buying it outright, is like I said, look at the price. I mean, right around like early release into the retail release and that, kind of week before this past weekend, he was down to like very low 200K, and then he spiked back up. And that kind of happens in the MUT year every single year, is that prices are pretty low for that first week, and then after everybody kind of spends their money and figures out who they want on their team, prices do tend to go up. So I would definitely look at picking up this card. I still think it's a top tier cornerback in the game at a very, very good price for what he gives you, but you might want to get him before he starts going back up, or just, wait for the long game here and pick him up again when he drops below 200, or go after attacking his set and getting those other 86s for your team. Stephon Gilmore is another option that I just want to make sure you guys are aware of, and we talked about him in a video earlier today on the best free content you can be earning in the game. This card is pretty much able to be unlocked right now if you've been playing your daily objectives and making sure that you're, leveling up your field passes with the objectives there. So a free card, a great card for no money spent players, 87 speed, play rec at 87. He gives you zone at 88, man at 89. Jalen Ramsey probably was at launch the best CB in the game when L'Jarius Sneed came out with the Headliners promo, and this free Stephon Gilmore, definitely a very good card. So just something you have to look forward to in your Season 1 Field Pass. And for whatever reason, if you really need a cornerback and you still happen to have your Rookie Premier tokens, or you're looking to buy cards that are a little bit cheaper, that are cheaper than what we've seen so far, don't forget about Kaiir Elam. Also, Kyler Gordon is a good option at corner from the Rookie Premier program. These cards, most of them have kind of fluctuated. It's also a good point to mention that if you are looking to make some coins off your Rookie Premier cards, great opportunity to sell. They were down to about 150K like last week or a little bit over a week ago, and then they've gone up this week into the 170, 180, 190 range. So if you're looking to buy, you're going to want to shoot for cheaper than those ranges, but if you have these cards and you want to make some coin, or I should say the tokens, and you want to make some coin, it is definitely a good opportunity to build out those sets now if you still have your Madden 22 Rookie Premier tokens, because these cards are selling for pretty solid prices. Now over to offense. Andre Reed came out yesterday, most expensive wide receiver in the game, probably the best wide receiver in the game, and Justin Jefferson came out 2 days before for that, and he's starting to drop in price, just like we saw with Jevon Holland. The Andre Reed card has not really moved the price on Randy Moss, unfortunately, but as I mentioned earlier in the video, with a lot of people getting a free 89 overall All Madden card from the competitive field pass, I must stress you don't get to pick that card. It's going to be random once you unlock it. It could cause Moss to go down in price, but if you're looking for one of the best receivers at an affordable price, we got Justin Jefferson, 88 speed, 6'1", 87 short route running, 88 mid, 89 deep, catch and catch in traffic, both 87, and he can do the gritty if you score with him, right? So prices, he's up a little bit on Xbox, 324K, 328 on PlayStation, which is down 3.53%, and when this promo dropped on Thursday, he was going for 450, just like Jevon Holland. If you take a look at his pricing here and his price history, well, I guess we're not going to be able to see it. I'm not sure what's up with MUT.gg right now. We'll have to check back later, but he was going for like 450, high 400K, and we mentioned that in the video on Thursday, so good to see his price come down. Of course, you can also build out his champion set and get those 586 overalls back in return. Just remember, say it with me, whatever you put into that set, you're going to get back. Davante Adams is a card that's actually starting to see a decrease in price now, and it could be because of so many good wide receivers on the market between Justin Jefferson, Randy Moss, and now Andre Reed. And you know, most people are going to need 3 wide receivers, 3 usable ones there, so the next bottom tiers of guys, or the guys that are right under those top 3 I just mentioned, will start to get a little bit cheaper. 6'1", 85 speed, a little bit slower, but good catching, 86 catch, 87 catch in traffic, route running very good, 86, 85, and then the deep route running is not great at 82, but a taller receiver who's got solid speed, great catching. His price is starting to go back up, but if you take a look at the history on it here, you're going to see from what he used to go for, he was, you know, high 100K, even in the 200s, and now this past weekend, you were seeing him at 131, 139, 141, so he's definitely at a much affordable level now as a core elite wide receiver. Core elite JaMarr Chase is a guy under 100K that you guys can look to pick up, 86 speed, so he's faster than Davante there. The catching is not great though, 81 catch in traffic, 81 catch, route running as well. The deep's really good there, so if you need a deep threat wide receiver, 6 foot even, 86 deep route running, 86 speed. But one more time, we take a look at the pricing data here, down 2% on PlayStation. I'd refuse to believe he's up 8% on Xbox. That might be wrong there, but roughly about the same price on each console. And if you take a look at his price history, I mean, he was in the almost mid hundreds, 137, 148. He dipped down a little bit, but now he's been pretty consistently, you know, over the last 4 days below 100K, and that has to be because of Andre Reed, Justin Jefferson, new additions that just came out this week. We haven't talked about a ton of super budget items yet in this video, but MVS at wide receiver is definitely one of them. You can get this card for free. There is a way to get one free team builder of your choice, and down below in the comment section we'll be posting a link to that video along with some other videos on how to do so. But you can get this card for basically about 40K if you've already used up your free choice. 6'4", 86 speed, 85 deep route running. That's all you really want to pay attention to. Of course, you're going to be taking a hit on some attributes when we're talking about a 40K card, but I think for that price, he's giving you a lot of really good things at that price, and it's a great budget option for all of you no money spent players out there looking for a taller outside receiver that's a deep threat for your team. And we'll finish the video with halfbacks. Joe Mixon, pretty much in that same category that we saw with L'Jarius Sneed, with Jevon Holland, these champion cards from the Headliners promo. He's about the same price, maybe a tad bit higher than he was before Jerome Bettis came out. But when we see Jerome Bettis 500, 600, 700,000 coins, when you can get the second best halfback in the game for, like, you know, so much cheaper, this card's worth it. 86 speed, 88 break tackle, 86 trucking, 69 catch. Don't worry about it. He's still going to catch the ball. I wouldn't put too much stock into it. Down on PlayStation 1.55%, 217 on Xbox, which again, it says he's up in price. Maybe he was a lot lower, and still 217 is very, very affordable. Obviously cheaper than he is on PlayStation right now. Good attributes. And if you take a look at his pricing data, he's kind of been up and down, but you see, same thing with L'Jarius Sneed. About a week ago, he was in that 200 and even under 200K range. And one more time, you can build out those 86 cards, or put those 86 cards into his champion set to get this 89 overall, along with 5 cards but whatever you put in, you get back. Jonathan Taylor is a core elite that's taking a little bit of a hit in price and is a good opportunity to pick him up. 85 speed for this card, 86 break tackle, 82 truck. The real strength in this card, though, I believe is probably going to be his spin move and juke move. 87 juke and 85 spin, and if you put jukebox on this card, that juke move becomes that much better. And he is down on price one more time on PlayStation, 129, 130 on Xbox. And if you take a look at his pricing here, I believe he was like high 100s at one point, yeah, and then he's kind of been dipping down over the last 4 or 5 days. So if you can get him closer to 100k, I mean, definitely a good pickup. But we got a budget option for you at running back as well. It's going to be Team Builder, 84 overall, J.K. Dobbins. When we talked about the free Team Builder that you can earn, we already mentioned MVS. This is another really good pickup, probably the best running back out of all 64 of the Team Builder cards. 85 speed. The trucking and break tackle aren't great, right? But again, we're looking at the spin move here at 82 and the juke move at 83. For an 84 overall card, that's about as good as you're going to get. And with the 85 speed, he's up there as one of the faster running backs in the game. You can get this card for free. You can get him for about 40 to 45k. Also, Tevin Coleman is another good option. I think J.K. Dobbins is a little bit more versatile and well-rounded, so that's why I would go with if you were making one decision. And there you have it. So look for those cards at popular positions, or cards when we get new cards at those same positions to go dropping in price. And Saturdays are always going to be the best day to make these pickups in the future. This video will drop, this type of video will drop on Saturdays when I am home and able to do it. But hopefully this one helped. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another one. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.